Look Outreach is underwritten by the generous support of Munter Enterprises. Family owned and operated since 1972, integrity is important, as our family name is on every project. Our word is our bond. Munter Enterprises. Just build it.
Welcome back, everyone. I knew you were going to make a face. I knew that. Welcome back. Boy, let's face it. One of the biggest decisions we can make as an electorate is to be an informed electorate and make a decision about our form of government. And as you well know, we've been reporting a lot on the proposed changes in the form of government in Saratoga. And we've invited representatives from all sides on to discuss this. And back again for a second visit is Rich Sellers and Joe Dalton, who are members of a group called Success, who are advocating to keep the current form of government in Saratoga. So welcome back, Rich.
Thanks.
Great to have you here. Welcome to have you back. Welcome, Joe. Nice to have
Thank
you back.
Thank you, Charles.
Yeah, that was good. As you can probably tell, Joe and I have known each other for 40 years. Okay, so at any rate, what I'd like to do is let's get a little bit of an update since the last time that you were here. It seems to me, Rich, that the more information we find out about the findings from the commission that was formed to make the recommendation on the change in government in Saratoga, the more information you find, the more you can drill down, the more you can look at the financial impact of a change like this. What have you uncovered?
Well, so far we're still working on information released May 30th. They have not finalized either the proposal, or at least voted on it, or the financials. So looking back on that date and not expecting much of a change, what we're seeing is a much more expensive form of government. In the neighborhood of $650,000, more expensive yearly, perhaps more. The key costs within that's the city manager structure and office is very expensive, and then they're adding on some other costs. So when you walk through there with about $800,000 more, $200,000 savings, all they've identified, this is going to cost the taxpayers a lot of money.
Now, and I want to drill down on this a little bit more. The point being, at least from what I've read to date, and they're still working on the final recommendation, final proposal, is that there would be cost savings because of the efficiencies of not having commissioners as part of the council who run the various departments, and they would all funnel in to this city manager position.
Well, funnel in's a great word. You might have 20 or 30 direct reports until they, restack the department, so to speak. But I don't know how they're going to get more efficient than we already are. We have the second lowest tax rate in New York State, according to the comptroller. That's pretty good. The average upstate city is 2.5 times higher for a tax rate than Saratoga Springs. So while they're talking about efficiencies, it's hard to see that that's going to end up being affected.
Now, as I understand, and I want to chase this with you, Joe, just for a second. One of the things that I've heard is that right now, if somebody needs services, city government, they don't know where to go.
That's a falsehood that's being spread. If you have access to a website, you can go to the website of the city. It explains every department and every single thing that they do in those departments, whether it be a building permit or whether it be your taxes. It's all on the website. If you don't have access to the web, you just call up City Hall and you say, I have a problem, I'm trying to get a birth certificate. And whoever is operating that phone knows, in City Hall, knows what department to go to, and they will refer the people directly to that department. It's not like you're dealing with some federal bureaucracy that you hear, ain't my job, and I hang up.
Yeah, right.
This is a very personable city. They take care of the people. And one of the reasons for that is because they know if I don't get good service, I'm going to call up the commissioner of that department and say, I've got a real problem with your department. They just wouldn't give me the information, weren't very helpful. That commissioner of that department runs for election every 2 years. If that person isn't doing their job, we throw them out in 2 years, the voters. Under the proposed charter, they're going to be in there for 4 years. And you're going to have a bureaucracy that will drive everyone crazy. You know, there are at least 80 different functions in City Hall. Whether it be a code inspection, whether it be a fire safety, or whether it be a tree fell down. There are so many different duties in City Hall. Everybody thinks it's just, 5 or 6 people hanging out.
Yes, right.
There's over 100 people in City Hall there. You got over 100 in Public Works and 100 in Public Safety. Yeah. So the answers are there. All you got to do is ask them. People saying they don't, they're not either going to the web or to the city.
One of the things that you hear is that the deputy commissioners will take over the responsibilities.
The deputy commissioners might be thrown out by the city manager.
Okay, yeah,
and who's going to take that job?
Discretionary language still, right? Yeah.
Someone who is in charge of the sewer district or the sewer system in Saratoga, who knows it backwards and forwards. Yeah. You're going to put him in charge of a division that has 14 different departments within it, and manpower and budget and everything else.
Rich, you hear it said that the commission form is antiquated. Nobody uses it anymore.
Well, the good news is we use it and it's been extremely successful.
Yes.
We're a unique city. This is a unique form of government, unique to us and a little town called Portland, Oregon of 600,000 people. So it works very, very well because it's personalized and localized to the voters. And that's what makes this city so unique. The city government and the not-for-profits and the businesses all work beautifully together.
Yes, got it. Well, you know what? As we move closer to Election Day, we're going to have representatives from both sides. And we were talking before the broadcast today that we're probably going to set up a real nice forum so that you can be informed. Let's face it, there are a lot of decisions we make every election, but this is one that will impact the city for decades to come, because we're talking about fundamentally changing the way the government works within our city. That's no small task.
No.
Well, Rich, great to have you back. Joe, great to see you as always. And more to come on this, for sure.
That's for sure.
You got it. Okay, good to see you guys. To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.